Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with more Squid Game. This is episode 6, and last time we had the undercover brother cop find out that his brother is involved with the Squid Games. He won in 2015, and I have to imagine he's the guy with the black mask. Otherwise, why would he be missing from home in that tiny apartment? And he wouldn't be one of the managers, guards, soldiers, and he wouldn't be one of the contestants, right? So the only person we've seen so far that would fit would be the guy in the black mask. So we'll see if that holds true. And I assume we're also going to have another game this time. We have 4 episodes to get through 3 more games. So, looking forward to it, but also not. It's painful to watch these people die like this, but excited to continue. If you want to watch the full reaction, check out Patreon in the link in the description below. Otherwise, take a quick moment to leave a like, and let's get started. Oh yeah, we are 2 weeks ahead over on Patreon, at least. At least.
고맙네. 잘 어울리시네.
지금 여러분께서 보시는 것은 자신들의 이익을 위해 이 세계의 규칙을 어기고 이번 사태에 대해 참가자 여러분께 진심으로
The tragedy is not all the other people who are murdered. It's someone broke the rules. How about killing these guys for having an unfair advantage and forming a team for tug of war like that? I guess that would take the satisfaction out of the game of Sebyuk or 212 killing Duksu. Teams of 2. But there are 39 people. What happens to the person who doesn't find a partner?
상호야, 나랑 알리, 나랑 같이 하자. 여기서 하는 게임들 결국 힘 쓰는 거 아니면 머리 쓰는 거야.
Together we have both.
너랑 나랑 둘이
He chose for the sake of winning. Aww.
아니야. 괜찮아.
240.
야, 나랑 하자. 그럼 저런 꼰대들한테나 매달릴 거야?
Boomers!
쪽팔려.
쪽팔린 게 문제야? 넌 왜 나랑 하고 싶은데?
넌 왜 나한테 하자고 했는데?
너밖에 없었어. 같이 해줄 것 같은 사람이.
나도 지금 그래.
이러다가 이놈 저놈 다 놓치고 낙동강공 오래 할게요. 저기저 노인네가 남겠네.
Oh. Oh no.
끌고
This kind-hearted
갑시다.
fool.
영아님, 저랑 하실래요?
What happens now? She's just getting murdered?
공기놀이랑 고무줄 이런 건 아무 못할 거야.
I don't want her to die like this. Oh shit.
이제 주머니를 하나씩 받아주시기 바랍니다.
우리 깐부부터 쓰는 친구 말이야. 니 거 내 거 없이
깐부, 기억나네요.
이렇게 해서 냈던가?
예, 맞아요. 이렇게.
상대의 구슬 10개를 모두 따내는 사람이 승리합니다.
Oh, you son of a... Here it comes. Oh, man.
형. 가자. 그럼 형이랑 나랑 한 명 죽어요.
This is
이렇게
a game?
둘이 같이 죽을까?
이 골목이 맞는데 우리 집이 어디 갔지?
Are you kidding me right now? We're turning into this betting game.
하나 더 깔까 그랬나?
다 걸고 딱 한 판만 해. 넌 남은 시간 동안 나랑 저러고 있고 싶냐?
So we wait till the last second to do it?
딱 한 판만 할 거잖아. 시간 꽤 남았어.
Just enjoy
마지막.
each other's company? Oh my god.
그럼
얘기.
무슨 얘기?
다른 사람들한테 못 해보는 얘기.
몇 개 걸었어.
Oh.
왜요?
Just 5 left. Oh man, he doesn't feel good doing this.
형이랑 하기 싫어요.
Yeah.
선생님, 저 다른 사람이랑 하고 싶어요.
쓸데없는 소리 하지 말고 빨리 접어.
제발 정신 좀 차리라고요. 이렇게 있으면 우리 둘 다 죽어요. 소리 지르지 마. 너는 될 거 아니야.
자. 뭐해? 손 펴.
He doesn't want to kill his friend.
이 새끼 너
What?
속임수 쓰지?
Oh, come on.
형, 왜 그래요?
한 명이 나올 때까지 번갈아서 저 구멍으로 각자 하나씩 구슬을 던지는 거야.
Whoever gets it in the hole takes
어떤
it.
사람이 그때까지 바닥에
Oh.
뭐 어디 가고 싶은 데라든지. 제주도.
Jeju Island.
TV에서 봤는데
야, 너 진짜 안 되겠다. 너 여기서 나가면 나한테 남조선에서 험나게 돈 쓰는 법 좀 배워야겠다.
We're not getting out of here together. Ah. How would you bet this time? 5 again? Finished him in 2 fell sweeps.
하나 남았어요.
내가 생각하기에 이 안에서 결국 몇 팀은 끝까지 승부가 안 나게 될 거야. 뭐야? 그럼 어떻게 할 거야? 그 사람들 다 탈락시켜? 말이 안 되잖아. 승부가 안 났는데. 그치?
네.
That is bullshit.
원래 우리 계획대로 다시 너랑 나랑 한 팀으로 승부할 수 있어.
넌 여기 오기 전에 죽은 사람 본 적 있어?
어릴 때 우리 마을에 전염병이 돌았어.
A plague?
그때 우리 할아버지, 할머니, 오빠까지 다 불에 탔어.
God damn.
지나치게 딥한 표현이 많아.
What's your story then?
처음 본 건 우리 엄마였어.
Oh shoot.
그 옆엔 아버지란 인간이 칼을 들고 서 있었고.
Jeez.
다음으로 본 건
Was your dad?
우리 아버지시지.
You killed him?
그 옆에 칼을 들고 서 있던 건
Holy shit.
나였고.
자.
뭐라고 했지?
Oh, you. Oh! Wow.
내가 쳤네.
Oh, that fucking sucks. That feeling has to freaking suck.
알리야. 그 주머니
What?
그렇게 들고 다니면 위험해. 내가 가지고 다니게 안전하게 해줄게.
You're really gonna fall for this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Last one. What happens if he knocks his marble into the...
하나 남았는데.
Knock it in. Oh. Oh! You're really gonna do this to the old man? Oh, this feels so bad.
구설 20개야.
God damn.
말한 규칙은
이제 하자.
여기서 구슬을 던져서 저 벽에 가깝게 멈추는 쪽이 이기는 거야. 어때?
여기 이게
You had another one?
구석이 하나
What?
있는데
What?
네, 6, 8, 19.
Oh God.
영감님.
What? Oh god.
장 좀 멋있게 좀 치게 해줘라.
혼자 개꿈 잡지 말고 다시 던지라고!
Nothing to return to.
여기서 나갈 이유가 있지만 난 없어. 이유가 있는 사람이 나가는 게 맞잖아. 그게 맞잖아.
What sounds like marbles but isn't marbles? Just rocks? Oh man.
강세병! 고마워. 나랑 같이 해줘서.
Oh gosh.
240번 탈락.
우리 다
Oh wow. Oh wow.
하나 할까?
Wow.
그런 억지가 어디 있어요? 말이 안 되는 거잖아. 자네가 날
Oh shit.
내 굿을 가져간 건 말이 되고
He knew?
기억 안 나? 우리 손가락 걸고
Oh my God.
맺은 거 자네 덕분에 잘 있다가 나 이름이 생각났어. 내 이름은 일남이야. 오 일남.
I said they would pit our favorite players against each other, but to see it play out like that. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Ugh. I'm absolutely heartbroken. God. And the fact that they had to choose what game they used to kill each other off. I knew early on that we had characters we loved and that some of them would have to die and that them going against each other would be a huge gut punch, but it wound up being so much more painful than I thought it would be. And it's been a long, long time since I've ugly cried like that. Just uncontrollable, can't hold it in. And yeah, getting everyone to team up. Almost everybody chooses based on who will give them the best shot at winning as a teammate, and they also happen to be in the case of our team, people they trust. And yeah, it turns out they have to face each other one-on-one. And damn, that married couple that Cho Sang-woo turned down before the tug of war game, they made it through tug of war only to team up with each other. That hurt so much. And yeah, I wonder if they wound up playing a game or if they just didn't finish before the 30-minute timer ran out and were both killed. But I think I'm going to talk about this episode in order of least to most emotional deaths. First, we have characters that we don't really care that much about. 212. Okay, first, she's probably not dead because they never showed us her dying. But also, does she just get to move on to the next round? That doesn't seem fair either, right? And yeah, she just skipped a game. I guess she's technically paired with the doctor and he's dead already. I don't know, but and then we have Duk-soo winning. I was rooting for him to win because he can't go out in a place like this. He can't lose in this round against a nobody. Like I need a really cathartic kill. I need 212 to kill him. She promised she would. Sae-byuk could kill him too. Though Duk-soo should be on the lookout for both of them. But yeah, their marble game looked like the most fun to play, trying to throw the marble into the hole. And of course, that other guy was getting gloaty when he was in no danger and no physical danger, and he knew one of them was going to die. And I think actually Duk-soo is the only person who really truly embodies the spirit of the games in this round. Not to say that we should do what the spirit of the games tells us, but The opening in the first episode talking about how joyous it is to win, to evade death in Squid Game. Duxu is the only one who left this round with joy and just excitement, ecstatic euphoria from winning. But that's because he doesn't give a shit about anyone else but himself. Whereas everyone else, oh, here we get to it. Am I ready to talk about this? I don't feel ready to talk about this. But yeah, this Ali, this trusting, naive young man. I say young man, but he's older than I am, or he was older than I am. Cho Sang-woo asked him to team up with him because he trusts in his strength, and it feels like their team is ready to win, but I feel like on some levels, Cho Sang-woo, being as smart as he is, he had to have guessed that at some point the game would set them up against each other, right? So, did he engender loyalty from Ali for this very reason? I don't know if he's that maniacal, but and the universe wanted Ali to win too. Like, even or odd, it's a 50-50 thing, and yet he winds up winning every single time. Like, it's luck and a little bit of strategy as far as how much you bet, but he won every single guess, every hand. And so, at the same time, Ali desperately didn't want to kill his friend, the man who was so kind to him. Though honestly, I feel like Cho Sang-woo just did what any decent person would do, right? Like, buy him some food when he's starving, let him use his phone, pay for bus fare when he doesn't have enough for it. Like, that's nothing. It's a couple dollars. I guess in a foreign land, though, Ali has been used to being exploited by people, and he didn't get paid. And he finally felt like he found somebody he could trust. And Cho Sang-woo, oh, I know everybody's gonna hate on him. And part of me does hate what he did to Ali, but I also can't blame him as much as I want to. The betrayal hurts, it does, but everyone in here is fighting for their lives. Nothing is off limits. Like, I hate that he did it, but I also see that he had to do it. But yeah, manipulating Ali like that, and then the fake stones. He asked Ali to believe in him and then immediately betrayed that trust. And Ali, in his infinite love and compassion, wants to be in a world where probably the nicest guy in the country to him doesn't have to die. He believes that it'll work out somehow. Poor guy. He didn't deserve that, but oh, that was painful. And yeah, Cho Sang-woo is playing the game, and he's playing it well. And you can see it's eating him up a little bit. When he's walking out of the fake town, fake neighborhood, and he hears Ali call out to him. And he just stops and he stops to listen. He stays just long enough to hear the shot ring out, and it shakes him, but I think he genuinely had a fondness for Ali, but nothing as important to him as getting out from all that debt. And I mean, he bet his mother's home and shop, I think, as collateral. So yeah, I think in the end, what Cho Sang-woo does is only slightly different from what Gi-hun does to the old man later on. And yeah, Cho Sang-woo takes advantage of Ali's naivete, and Gi-hun takes advantage of what he thinks is the old man's dementia. And the old man, Oh Il-nam, he was actually wise to the whole situation and let it happen. I think he wanted to prove that he could win, but he knew that he couldn't go all the way with all the ways his age and illnesses were catching up to him. He knows also that he never would have made it this far without Gi-hun in the first place. And in this entire tournament, no one was kind to him except for Gi-hun. So yeah, old man, number one. I've actually been suspicious of him since the start. That maybe he came back into the game after winning because he just wanted to have some fun before he dies. So lots of breadcrumbs that seem to indicate that something was not quite on the level. He's not willing to give up his name. I didn't buy it before when he said when it was assumed that he forgot his name. And the thing is, he proved how cunning he is and how he has more of his mental faculties than he lets on. So I'm not even sure if he really remembered his name in the end or if he just didn't choose to share it until the end. And the fact that the undercover cop flipped open this year's binder and it went straight to number 2 could be just a coincidence, but I don't know. And of course, I was suspicious about why he was so calm in red light, green light. He was just immediately started moving after everybody was just slaughtered, and he was enjoying it so much, just thriving in it. So, but I don't know what to think now that he's lost. There is a bit of a rule with movies and shows, though, and I mentioned this with 212. If she doesn't die on screen, she's not dead. So yeah, we don't actually see him die. We don't see uh, the old man die. So I'm leaving the possibility open that he's still alive, though I don't know why that would be. If it comes to the end of the season and he doesn't show up again somehow, I'll fully mourn him then. But either way, it doesn't take away from the twist of him and Gi-hun and their interactions, the emotional weight of that, because he let Gi-hun win back all those marbles, even though he had won them all. And he was just really in control of the whole situation. And again, he's like a master at every game theory in this entire thing. The only thing that he needed somebody else's help with was the licking of the honeycomb. But the tug of war, they held on because of that. And yeah, he understood implicitly that Gi-hun would have to acquiesce to the 19, betting all 19 versus betting 1, because if he doesn't get all 20, it's just over. Like, both of them die. So he's willing, the only way to make him the only way to turn that around was to make him desperate and get him to bet all of that. So yeah, he knew that if none of them won, they'd both be killed. So he dragged his feet till the very, very last second so that Gi-hun would be desperate enough to bet all of it. And then when he finally gets ready to do that, we see the angry, desperate Gi-hun again, the one that loses his temper. And yeah, I have to wonder if the old man did all this on purpose, if he let Gi-hun take back his marbles on purpose to make Gi-hun a better competitor. Maybe the old man knew he wouldn't win the whole game, but he also wanted to see Gi-hun win because he's the only person who's been any kind of kind to him. And he wanted Gi-hun to have practice seeing a weakness and exploiting it. But yeah, Gganbu. He just gives his last marble to Gi-hun and completely breaks Gi-hun. And this is just something he has to live with now. He did something horrible to the old man, taking advantage of his dementia, and the old man just let him win anyway. That has to hurt him so much. And yeah, this show has been fantastic. But my God, the last death I'm going to talk about, the one that hit me the hardest. Like I said before, you guys haven't seen me ugly cry for a while. I think I did it twice with My Hero Academia in season 4 with Mirio and then Eri. I can't remember the last time before that. Maybe Your Name and A Silent Voice. But yeah, Sae-byuk and Ji-young's story in this episode, that was some masterful storytelling. You kind of felt like Ji-young was following Sae-byuk around like a puppy dog after Sae-byuk asked her to join her for the tug of war. And I know, she probably found Sae-byuk interesting, and she might have been the closest thing to a friend she had in a long time. Like, the old man and Ollie dying were really, really sad, but the bond that Sae-byuk and Ji-young made in those 30 minutes just to have them torn apart. I mean, Ji-young really intrigued me because she seemed to be calm in the face of death and impending doom, and she just had like a don't give a shit kind of vibe. I mean, Sae-byuk also doesn't seem to give a shit, but it's more like she does and just keeps it suppressed. But Ji-young, in just this one episode, we learned so much about her. Like, you all remember how much I liked Sae-byuk from the very start. She's very cool. But for Ji-young, she had like piqued my interest a little bit, but in just this one episode became one of the most well written stories in the show, and she became one of my favorites. They made me fall in love with her, love the way she thought out this round. Like, she just wanted to play an all or nothing game so that they don't waste the last 30 minutes of their lives playing stupid games and just in constant anxiety and stress. And then choosing not to play the game right away, but waiting till the end because maybe they could make something worthwhile happen in these last 30 minutes, like just talking to each other, opening up to each other. Something she probably hasn't been able to do in forever. And Sae-byuk talks about escaping the north because she thought it would be better here. Doesn't answer when Ji-young asks if it's better, if it actually is better. So I guess it's just bad, still bad, but in a different way, which that's really sad to hear. She also lived through a plague when she was much younger and wound up killing parts of her family. Her father was shot running away from North Korea and just drifted downstream. Oh man, she's been through a lot. And then Ji-young with the reveal of what her life was like. First person she saw dead was her mother, killed by her so-called father. Next dead person she saw was her father, killed by herself. Holy hell. And she went to jail for that? You can't... Like, the lawyers weren't able to get, I don't know, some sort of evidence that, like, this was ridiculous circumstances, or even argue that maybe it was self-defense, that just make it up that he came after her next. And I don't know, but he was a pastor, so I can see why the guy's prayers in these games ticked her off especially. And then the final game between the two, just dropping the marble. Oh man, I started to lose it then. She says she's tried to think of what she'll do when she gets out, but she can't think of anything. But that's not true. She wanted to take Sae-byuk shopping out there and show her how to use money, like splurge. And she wanted to go with her to Jeju Island. Just such simple pleasures in life. Having a friend, that's what she would want to do. And so the last 30 minutes of her life are probably the happiest she's felt in years. She's like genuinely happy. Getting to live in this fantasy world for a bit, imagining going back with Sae-byuk, having a life, having a friend she can show around, show her what life can be like outside of North Korea and the freaking stupid Squid Games. And then that ending for her, that smile. Thank you for playing with me. She doesn't mean the damn marble game. She means thanks for taking the time to talk to me and being my friend. And my heart was ripped right the heck out. Sae-byuk's heart was ripped right out. She couldn't even look. That was just so completely and utterly devastating. And I know Gi-hoon is the main character. I know he's probably going to win, but someone, somehow, somewhere has to remember Ji-young, right? This young woman was dealt such a bad hand in life, had no reason to show compassion to anybody, and then she sacrifices herself because Sae-byuk has reason to go back out into this world. And I think she had such a great capacity for joy. Like, just those last 30 minutes with Sae-byuk meant so much to her. She had such a bright smile and just snuffed out too soon. So yeah, I wanted Sae-byuk to win all along probably, but I thought she was the coolest. But just another reason why I need her to win. Somebody has to remember Ji-young. She never should have been here in the first place, honestly. Man, if things had worked out differently, that death made me the saddest out of anything. But yeah, guys, that was a ridiculous episode. Let me know whose story you felt was most compelling, and if any of you say 212 or 101, I'm gonna lose my marbles. And on that horrible pun, that's gonna end this commentary. Thanks for watching this reaction. Full reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. I'll leave a comment what episode we are up to in the comments, but yeah, we're most likely done with the series by now, so yeah, check out Patreon. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with more. Bye, friends.